Hello children, let's continue the chapter of heat. In the first part we discuss there are three types of transfer of heat. Three types of modes. First one is conduction, then convection, then radiation. So let's see conduction. Here one chart is given: conduction, convection and radiation. Conduction occurs in solid, gas, liquid medium. Convection occurs only liquid and gas medium. Then radiation has no needed of any medium. Okay. So what is conduction? The process of transfer of heat from one hotter end to the colder end of an object is called conduction. Okay. The transfer of heat by conduction takes place in all states of matter: solid, liquid and gases. Conduction is fastest in solids. The molecules of solids are closely packed. They vibrate about their fixed position. On being heated, their vibration becomes more pronounced. These vibrating molecules collide with each other and the neighboring molecules also start vibrating violently and hence acquire more kinetic energy. So children, what is kinetic energy? The energy which a body possesses as a result of being in motion is called kinetic energy. This increased energy leads to rise in temperature, and this way heat travels from one end to another. Then condition for conduction of heat. Two conditions are needed. The two objects should be in contact and the temperature of the two objects should not be the same. So children, you know good conductors and bad conductors. Good conductors are the heat energy to flow through them are called good conductors, but the heat energy to flow through them are called bad conductors or insulators. For example, metals are good conductors of heat. Wool, plastic, cotton, glass and mica are bad conductors of heat. Water and air are also bad conductors of heat. Then partial applications of good conductors of heat. Cooking utensils are made of metals so that heat can easily get transferred to food. Coils of refrigerator and air conditioners are made of copper to conduct away heat. Mercury, which is a liquid and also metal, is used as a thermometric fluid. Then partial applications of bad conductors of heat. Handles of cooking utensils are made of bakelite, wood, etc. because these are bad conductors of heat. They do not get hot and allow easy handling of hot utensils. Woolen clothes are warm in winter because wool is an insulator. It allows body's heat to be trapped inside the and thus it does not freeze the body. Hair and fur in animals are bad conductors of heat. So they keep them warm during winter by trapping heat within. Eskimos make igloos out of snow because snow contains a large amount of trapped air which acts as an insulator and keeps the igloos warm. Get some idea about conduction. Now see convection. What is convection? Heat transfer in which heat is carried from the hotter part of a substance to its colder part by actual movement of hot particles in it is called convection. Convection requires mobile molecules. It is not possible in solids because the molecules of solids are held strongly due to intermolecular forces. So it can take place only in liquids and gases, okay, and not in solids. Then uses of convection currents. Ventilators and exhaust fans are placed usually near the ceiling of a room because the air we breathe out is warmer and lighter. So it goes out through the ventilators. This causes a drop in the pressure in the room. Thus, more fresh air enters the room through the windows and doors. Smoke and gases, being hot, rise and escape through chimneys in industrial furnace. Heaters and blowers heat the room by setting up convection currents. Firemen usually quarrel with entering a building where fire has broken out because the hot air and smoke rise upwards. Sea breeze and land breeze. You know in your previous classes what is sea breeze and land breeze. In coastal areas, the breeze generally blows from sea to the land during the day and is called sea breeze. At night, the breeze blows from land to sea and is called land breeze. Sea breeze and land breeze are actually convection currents. As we are aware, water being a bad conductor takes a longer time to heat up than land and also takes a longer time to cool down. During the daytime, the heats up faster than water. The air above the land gets heated and rises up. The cold air from the sea rushes to take its place. During the night time, land loses heat more rapidly than water. The air above water is warmer and rises, and the cool air from the land moves towards the sea to fill the space. The monsoon is also a convection current set up due to difference in temperature between the sea and the land. Hot air in summer rises from the land and moisture containing cool air blows from the sea, thereby bringing rainfall on the land. Birds use convection currents of air to rise high and glide effortlessly without flapping their wings. Then third one is radiation. The third method of transferring heat which does not require a medium between hot and cold bodies and is known as radiation. The heat is transferred even if there is vacuum between the two bodies. Radiation is a process of heat transfer which does not require material medium. In radiation, heat travels in a straight line from the hot object which radiates. All objects radiate or give out heat, but the amount of heat radiated from an object depends on its temperature. Higher the temperature, higher will be the radiation. The heat which comes out of the hot object is called radiant heat. Light, another form of a radiant energy, it travels in a straight line as heat. Light and heat from the sun reach the earth by radiation. When it falls on objects like trees, soil, water, bodies, human beings or animals, some of it is absorbed, whereas some is reflected. The extent of absorption and reflection of radiant heat depends upon the nature of the surface it has and the color of the object. Shiny and smooth surfaces reflect heat better, while dark and rough surfaces absorb heat better. Here some applications are given about radiation. White and light colored clothes are more comfortable in summer because they reflect most of the sun's heat that falls on them. Black and dark colored clothes are more suitable in winter because they absorb most of the sun's radiant heat. The base of the cooking vessels is painted black so as to absorb most of the heat energy provided and cook the food in less time. Electric room heaters have a polished metallic surface behind the heating coil. This surface reflects most of the radiant heat that falls on it and gives effective heating to the room. So understood about 3 modes of transfer of heat. Then comes to thermoplugs. It is a special type of bottle or flux which does not allow heat loss or heat gain by the material object stored in it. A hot body loses heat to the surroundings by conduction, convection and radiation. Similarly, a cold body gains heat by any of all 3 methods of heat transfer. This loss or gain of heat is minimized in the structure of a thermoflux since the transfer of heat through the walls of the thermos flask is very small. The contents, hot tea or ice cubes, are kept at the same temperature for a long time. Here you can see the figure of thermoflux. Here outer plastic or stainless steel case supporter are there. Here between vacuum is there, inner layer, this one, and outer layer. So inner layer and between inner layer and outer layer one vacuum is there. Okay. So this is about your chapter 4 heat. I hope you get some idea about heat. So children, this is very important chapter. So you practice or learn whatever I told you. Okay. Thank you.